Picture this. You, a fully grown adult, are seated at a dinner table opposite a 4-year-old, using all the persuasive powers you can summon to try to get them to eat a few pieces of broccoli. You've tried everything you can think of. The spoon is an airplane trick, funny faces and voices, even a stern and authoritative tone. But the child is not having it, countering all your instructions, bribes, and threats to withhold toys and screen time with a defiant and emphatic no. Any parent who has ever taken care of a toddler or young child has doubtlessly lived some version of this scene, likely dozens, if not hundreds, of times. But when confronted with it, lots of parents find themselves at a loss for how to proceed, even though the very same thing may have happened many times before. So, what's the best way to deal with a situation like this? What are the most effective ways to negotiate with kids while still prioritizing their emotional and developmental well-being? Here are 6 research-backed tips for doing exactly that, provided courtesy of Maximum Difference Foundation and its founder, Michael Amin. Number 1. Prioritize your relationship with your child. Before trying to correct your child's behavior, it's important to solidify your connection with them, to the point where it is not even a question. Kids are far more likely to listen and cooperate when they feel safe and loved by their parents, as such a relationship guarantees emotional security from their point of view. That means leading meaningful interactions with empathy, instead of trying to establish control. For example, instead of saying, "Stop whining," when the child is upset or crying, try saying, "It sounds like you're upset, tell me what's bothering you." This kind of approach reminds children that your love isn't conditional on their behavior. When children feel understood, they're much more open to learning and compromise. In short, connection first, correction second. Number 2, know what is and isn't negotiable. Not every disagreement needs to become a power struggle. The key is deciding which rules are non-negotiable, like safety and respect, and which ones can be flexible. For example, a child's bedtime might be non-negotiable, but where they sleep on the bed or in a sleeping bag on the floor can be their choice. This way, you as the parent still set the boundary, but within that boundary, you give the child agency to make a choice for themselves. Being able to state a preference and have that preference respected is important to children, as it helps them feel heard, valued, and in control of their own decisions. This is supported by scholarly research, including research conducted by the National Library of Medicine and findings published by the Center on the Social and Emotional Foundations for Early Learning. This balance teaches children responsibility and gives them a degree of independence, all the while preserving your authority. When kids are given choices, they're more likely to cooperate because they feel part of the decision-making process. Number 3, coach kids on their emotions. Children often act out not because they simply feel the need to misbehave, but because they're struggling to express how they feel. As a parent, it's your job to help them name, understand, and manage those emotions. For example, if your child throws a temper tantrum because you've told them to clean up their toys and get ready for bed, instead of reacting by saying, "Stop being difficult," try saying, "I see you're sad because playtime ended. But playtime can't last forever. We need to get you into bed so you can sleep and be rested for more playtime tomorrow." Giving a name to big emotions helps the child's brain calm down and process feelings more effectively, a finding supported by modern neuroscience, as outlined in an article published by Mount Sinai College in 2023. Once you've validated the emotion, offer the child some comfort, a hug, or a calm voice coupled with verbal reassurance. This will serve to build emotional intelligence and trust in them, both of which are key elements of long-term healthy development. Number 4, guide behavior with clarity. All feelings are acceptable, but not all behaviors are. Children need clear, consistent guidance to know where the appropriate limits of behavior lie. For instance, if a child hits one of their siblings or a visiting friend, respond by calmly saying, "I see you're angry, but we keep each other's bodies safe from harm. We do not hit or kick each other." You can follow that up with a reminder of past good behavior, such as, "Remember yesterday when you asked for your favorite toy nicely? That was a great way of getting something you want." By describing what you see and offering a constructive alternative, you, the parent, model emotional regulation and problem-solving for the child. Over time, kids will internalize these lessons and begin to self-correct, making your job considerably easier in the process. Number 5, know your role as the parent. Knowing when to step in as a parent can be tough, but remember, your job isn't to control every moment of your child's life. It's to lead with empathy, validate emotions, and set healthy limits. That doesn't mean you'll enjoy every interaction with your children, of course. Parenting is a messy business, and frustration is a normal emotion to experience along the way. After all, even though you may be a mother or a father, you're still only human. But the goal isn't perfection, rather, it's to be an instructive presence. When you calmly enforce boundaries and model patience, your child learns self-control by watching you. Remember, emotional regulation is a skill that takes years to develop, and you are the adult in the dynamic. Your consistency is what teaches them, as kids, how to emotionally regulate themselves. Number 6. Remember your child's role. Your child's job within this dynamic is to feel and express their emotions. That's how they learn. Whenever you're flummoxed or flabbergasted by this process, as you will undoubtedly be from time to time, it's important to keep in mind that children are not miniature adults, but developing human beings trying to make sense of a confusing world. According to an article on toddler development published by the National Association for the Education of Young Children, developing independence can mean children do or say the opposite of what an adult asks, just to show their power. That means when they push back, cry, or negotiate, they're attempting to assert their independence. So instead of seeing these moments as parenting failures, see them as opportunities for your child to grow and learn. It's also imperative to keep in mind that the ultimate goal isn't to win every argument with your child. Instead, it's to raise a resilient, self-aware adult who knows how to communicate properly, as well as respect others. Number 7. Keep learning and growing as a parent. Parenting is a journey, and there's always more to discover. If you want to explore more effective strategies to help children build confidence, emotional security, and resilience, check out our video titled Raising Successful Kids: Science-Backed Parenting Strategies, presented by Michael Amin and MDF. The link is under this video. In it, Michael Amin and the Maximum Difference Foundation share research-backed insights on small, everyday habits that make a big difference. Things like encouraging curiosity, celebrating effort, and allowing kids to take healthy risks. Inspired by a feature article in Time magazine, which is linked in the description of this video, these practical approaches show how love, structure, and empathy can guide children toward lifelong success, while also strengthening your connection with them. Click the link, watch the video, read the article, and take another step in creating a nurturing environment where your child can truly thrive. If every conversation with your child feels like a negotiation, you're definitely not alone. Parents throughout the ages have felt the same way, all the way from prehistory to the present day. Also, kids can be clever, emotional, and persistent. Sometimes negotiating with them can feel tougher than any business deal. But by using these 6 strategies, you can reduce daily power struggles, strengthen your relationship with your child, and find calm, lasting solutions that nurture growth and trust. Michael Amin is the founder of the nonprofit Maximum Difference Foundation. The goal of the Maximum Difference Foundation, or MDF, is through advertising and public relations to motivate parents to learn the art and science of good parenting by reading related books and articles, watching videos, attending seminars, and if needed, consulting a child therapist. This video is based on the knowledge and research compiled by MDF and Michael Amin. Please subscribe and hit the like button if you found this content helpful. Also, please share this video with friends or family who might be interested in learning more about parenting. What's your favorite tip from today's information? Share your thoughts, we'd love to hear from you. We appreciate you joining us on this journey. Take care, and see you in the next video.